Good morning and welcome back. Today is Sunday, March 7th, and I'm actually getting ready to start some seedlings. Mostly flowers. I looked through my packets and saw what needs to be planted first, so I have a bunch of flowers that I want to get in and a couple of herbs. So that is what I'm going to be working on today. I've got these cell packs ready to go. And this is actually going to be the one I'm going to start working on today. You can see this is the kind, it's I think it's Jiffy brand. Oh, it's Burpee, excuse me, it's Burpee brand. I got it at Home Depot. So I have to get water and get these little pods to perk up into some seedling soil. So that's what I'm working on now, and we'll get started on that very shortly. And these are the seeds I'm going to be starting. Like I said, it's mostly flowers. And a lot of them said, I probably should have started them indoors by now, but it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Some of them said you're supposed to start them anywhere from 10 to 12 weeks before you can plant outside. Or actually not that, before your last frost. So I'm going to get these started now. And like I said, if they get chilly at night, I can bring in those cell packs. But this is what I'm going to get started. I've already got my little posts here, so I have that all ready to go. I bought a bunch of these 4-inch pots that I'll transfer into when I need to. So I'm going to get started on that, and we'll check back shortly and see how it's going. This is my little artillery of seeds, so I've kind of gone through them a little bit and organized things a little bit. But hopefully in the next week or so, I can plant, you know, some tomatoes, some peppers. I've got a bunch more herbs that I want to plant and really just get things going. So this will be my first season having this greenhouse to do my seedlings in. So I'm very anxious to see how it goes and how everything grows in here as opposed to being in my house in my kitchen. So we shall see. And like I said, I'm going to get some water and get this going pretty shortly. So I got my cell pack all ready for water. I had to flip all these little, I don't even know what you call them, almost like little soil pods. I had to flip them all so they were all sitting flat. So now I'm ready to put some water in, and then it says in 3 to 5 minutes I should be able to use a little thing to kind of fluff them up. Some might need a little more water, so if they do, I'll take care of that. But that's what the next step is in the seedling process. They're slowly starting to fluff up. Some of them are fluffing up a little more than others, so I might need to add a little more water. But that's what they do. And I have this, they came with this little tool type thing to kind of help fluff them, so I started doing that with these ones, but it looks like they do need a little bit more water, so I'm going to give them another little douse of water and see where we're at. Alright, got the soil all fluffed up. Those little pods actually took a lot more water than I would have expected them to. So I only bought this plastic because I wanted something reusable. I don't like the paper Jiffy pots because obviously after you use them and plant them, you can't reuse them. You put them in the ground. So I wanted plastic cell pod planter seedling starters so I can reuse them next year. And I didn't think it had the little pellets in there, and to be honest, they're kind of a pain in the butt because they did take a lot of water, and I really had to use this little tool to work them, to fluff them a little bit, but that's fine. I would prefer to use my own seed starting mix. I do have a bunch of bags here. So I have these cell packs from last year that are 72 cell packs that didn't have the little pods in them. This one, obviously, that's the same as the one I'm using now. So that has little pods that I'll have to fluff up again, but I would prefer to use just my own seed starting. But I got all my little holes honed out for seeds, so I am going to start planting some seeds right now. And we'll be back shortly and see how it goes. Well, I got everything planted and seeded. Hopefully I didn't cross-contaminate cell packs from one to the other. It's hard to get some of those teeny tiny little seeds out, like the snapdragon seeds and the phlox seeds and even the rosemary and the catnip. which, oh, catnip, yes, I forgot to mention. I had an extra row here, so I'm growing some catnip. So Charlie, if you're watching this, you can show that to Hugs, that I will have some kitty weed for her sometime later on this summer. So I know she likes that, so I did buy that just for her. So you can let her know. I do have something special in here for her. But otherwise, like I said, some of the seeds, they're so tiny, it's really hard to like differentiate if you have them in your fingers. And I was trying to be extra careful to not get like the phlox seeds into the daisies or the rosemary into the mums. So I guess I'll find out when the seedlings start to emerge. I think the biggest seeds were the mum seeds. Those ones were actually pretty good size, but everything else was pretty tiny. So that's what I got accomplished today. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it is starting to rain outside. I think it's maybe in the low 40s out here today. And it's close to 65 in here, it looks like. And it is nice. I had a sweatshirt on when I started working, but I'm just working in my t-shirt now. It's kind of warm in here. Shane was in here earlier, so he was hanging out for a little bit. And I got some music on, which I have turned down so I don't get any copyright claims against my videos, because YouTube likes to do that. So I have the radio turned way down, so hopefully it can't be heard on the background. But so I am very excited. First weekend in March. Next weekend we turn the clocks ahead. So we lose an hour's sleep, but we gain an hour of daylight, so that's great. So seedling season has officially started, and I'm very excited. And I'm very excited for what more is to come that I can show everybody. So if you have any questions or comments, or just want to say hi, I would appreciate it down below. As you can see, if you watched my last video, the ground in here is nice and dry now. So I think we solved that problem, but we are going to build up the ground somehow. We're going to figure out something to do this spring so that doesn't happen again. So there's a lot going on. It feels like spring. It doesn't feel like it outside with all the snow that we have, but it does in here. Like I said, I'm very happy to start planting more of what's in here. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care and happy gardening.